Hey, what's up, guys? So this is officially episode 2 of the Funky Fight Flow podcast coming at you. So today we're going to talk about the Michael Chandler Charles Oliveira fight. I know I'm a little late, but we had this thing called a flood yesterday, so I wasn't able to go out to town and get that DSI coordinated for my camera. Still got some shitty quality. I'm gonna see if I can get that done today. But so today we're gonna talk about the fights, and then afterwards I'm just gonna talk a little bit about my channel, about how it's gonna go in the future, and just what I want to do with my channel, man. So first of all, very good night of fights. Came home late as hell after work, stayed up super late watching them all. Had to cough up $70 to do it. Kind of sucks, but that's not important. So, the Michael Chandler Charles Oliveira fight was like the living embodiment, honestly, of why I love mixed martial arts. Because they went out there, they both put it all on the line. Literally, a lot of what I thought was going to happen, or a lot of what I thought was going to happen happened, and then out of nowhere, Charles Oliveira drops Michael Chandler with the left hook and then finishes him, wins the world title. So like, that was a very interesting fight, man. Like, a lot of people are out there saying, oh, Charles Oliveira got lucky, he just scored a good left hook, he was getting his ass beat in the first round. But like, nah, bro, he timed that left hook, it was beautiful, and I'm gonna tell y'all why too. So a lot of what Michael Chandler was doing, he went out there and did exactly what I thought he was going to do. He pushed the pace, he was level changing, coming up and down, hitting to the body, hitting high, and he caught Charles Oliveira with a very good left hook early in the round that made Charles Oliveira shoot, and then he pulled the guillotine. I mean, he pulled on him, ended up in a lot of scrambles and positions, and then they got back to the feet, and the same thing happened. So what the adjustment that Charles Oliveira made was reading that up and down movement very well. So a lot of times people, whenever someone's coming forward, they're going body head, people come in with shots upwards or an uppercut or knees and things like that, because it's, if you're level changing down, it's going, I know where your head's going to be as you're coming down. It's going to be easier to catch you going up. But what he did, this is for all y'all who haven't met Chateau yet, it's my little buddy. So he just timed that up and down movement perfectly. Instead of going up the middle as Michael Chandler dipped down, he waited for Michael Chandler to bring his head back up and then went around the side with the left hook, which is how he caught him. And the reason he timed that so well was because he didn't have to worry about the takedowns. That was the one piece that was missing from Michael Chandler's arsenal that night, because he didn't want to go to the ground with Charles Oliveira, which is 100% understandable. So like, you saw what happened when he did in the first round, right? He pulled the guillotine. It was close, but so he had the arm in, and he had the arm in, and Charles Oliveira was just able to get his hips off over his knee, to where Michael Chandler didn't have a very good position to squeeze. And also, that arm in guillotine is much harder to finish than if you had there's arm in, and then I don't think it's called an arm out, but like if you go to a high elbow. So because of the position your arm is in, it's hard to get that leverage because there's a whole nother arm in the way. And so now, instead of simply going high with the elbow and crunching, you're going to have to take your entire body and crunch inwards, which is much harder to do when you're on your back. And that's why Charles Oliveira got out of that. I mean, he had the experience, he knew what he had to do to make that submission hard to finish, and he did it, and he won. So because Charles Oliveira didn't have to worry about the takedowns, all of his timing and all of his thought was just on timing the level changes of Michael Chandler. And if you saw the fight, like, Michael Chandler just consistently looked like he was almost headbanging, just bobbing up, down, up, down, up, down. He'd go high, he'd go low, he'd go high, he'd go low. And it worked out for him very well in the first round. Charles Oliveira caught onto it, caught him with a very clean lead hook as he came up, and that was it. So that was crazy, dude. Like, literally everything that I thought was going to happen happened, and then Charles Oliveira was like, but I'm getting the early TKO, and that was beautiful, man. And that's really cool, dude. There's so many awesome fights that are gonna happen now because Charles Oliveira won the belt, man. So now we're gonna get to see Dustin Poirier, Charles Oliveira, or Justin Gaethje, Charles Oliveira. Hopefully not Conor McGregor, Charles Oliveira. Just me being biased, but I feel like we don't want to see that, or I feel like I don't want to see that. I don't really care. Like, yeah, dude, really good night of fights, and because that was a short fight, that's honestly really all I have to say about that one. So later in the future, I'm gonna be breaking down full fight cards. I'll go through the fight cards one by one, and I'll talk about all the fights and what happened in them. But so this was kind of a short notice one, so I'm not gonna do that this time. But yeah, that's what I thought about that fight, man. So I would also just like to go ahead and thank everyone who liked and subscribed my video. To my first video. I got over 102 likes, or I'm sorry, 102 views, and like 15 subscribers like within a day, which was really cool for me, just to see like how fast like I could grow my channel. So I'm just gonna keep going on it, man. So yeah, dude, that was pretty much it. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about my schedule for a little bit. I just want to let people know like what's gonna be happening with my channel. or how I'm gonna do it pretty much. So I'm gonna be trying to drop at least 2 videos a week every Tuesday and Thursday. So I'm gonna be doing fight breakdowns, and then the night after the fights, if I can, or the latest at Tuesday, I want to come out with a breakdown. I'll talk about the fights. I'll talk about what happened, and yeah, man, we're just gonna go from there. I know this was kind of a short video because I really only had one fight to review. So, with that being said, guys, that is the Funky Fight Flow podcast, episode number 2, and now I'll see you guys later.